It's showtime.
Okay guys, welcome back to the STPL. My name is Kix. You're joining me for pSi versus iRk, the second match of today, which is the 1st of October. It's the beginning of Halloween almost. I know there's going to be a lot of people hyped for that on Twitter because people are always hyped about everything on Twitter. But either way, we're going to be heading into our second game here. There is a little bit of a change in the players. It looks like one of the side players couldn't make it, so their captain has stepped in. Let's have a look at our next matchup. So, fighting for pSi, we do have their king, their captain. It's going to be Grast. Now, Grast did play 2 games last round, so he's not avoiding playing whatsoever. He does play for his team when they need him, much like the White does. But he is currently 1 for 1 last round. He hasn't played against a Terran just yet, according to the stats. I'm sure there's probably a mistake in there somewhere and he has. But I'm going to go with a 0-0 for now. But his opponent is going to be a debut player on iRk for round 3. Now, Marwin has not played in the STPL so far. An ex-member of IFU. I know there's a little bit of a discussion between Eon Zerg and Age. I believe Marwin is still a member of IFU, but primarily for now, and especially for the STPL, he is going to be a member of iRk here. Now Marwin, a very, very strong Terran player. Don't see as much of him recently. Did take a little bit of a break, I believe, but he's back once again here in the first week for iRk. One of their best Terran players by default. iRk with not a very diverse Terran roster. But it should be a great match as we head on into Plasma. And we've not actually had a PvT on here yet, so I'm excited to see how this is going to play out. But Reaver play very strong here. Drop play for the Terran very strong as well. We're going to have to move into the game if we want to see exactly how this is going to go. So let's head on over and start pSi's Grast versus iRk's Marine. Marwin even. Marine? He's coming up later. Okay, so spawning us off in the bottom left-hand position, we do have the Peach Terran, or the Peach Protoss fighting for pSi. It's Grast. And spawning in the top right position, or sorry, not the top right position, the middle right, 3 o'clock position, we do have fighting for iRk. It's the Yellow Terran. It's Marwin. Now we're closing up to 10, well it is 10:15 right now for me in the UK. I know there's a lot of people who watch from America. Shout out to obviously everybody who's watching wherever you are. I know some people, this is an awkward time for you. It's the only real time I get to cast, so, and I don't want to take up the weekend slots just because there's already a lot of tournaments. Obviously, huge shout out to Zero, who plays for Team NetWars in STPL, but also runs the Bombastic Star League. He had a bit of exciting news yesterday that Blizzard are going to be sponsoring BSL 5 and BSL 6, so that's big news for him. Hopefully I'll have my own big news at some point that I can share with you guys, but for now it's just me with the STPL Rapid as well, and a lot of good games hopefully still to come as well throughout round 3 and round 4. Now of course this is only the inaugural, I think I'm using the right word here, season of the STPL. I've announced before, but I'll announce again, there is going to be a Season 2 next year. It may be a slightly different format, just because having 8-week rounds is very grueling on the teams. But whatever it is, STPL will definitely be back in 2019. Not only for the Grand Finals of Season 1, there will be a Season 2. So that's something to announce, not that that was really too much of a surprise. I do this because I love doing it, so we're going to have Gate Core coming in for Grast. Marwin with a very quick scout. But Grast, I believe, actually... Wait. It looked like there was a probe going in there. Oh, there is a probe. Okay, the probe's up here. Gonna scout that it is going to be a 1 Rex expand for... Oh, Grast, this is cheeky. Marwin is not going to be scouting up here, and this could be his undoing. It's a single Marine, well, it's going to be a couple of Marines against likely double gate in the back here for Grast, and if he can get 2 gateways up, this could be a very quick game once again. We saw some amazing macro games in round 1, but are we going to see it here? And look at this, Grast using the mini ramp to great effect, but he's going to let the SCV up. That's a big mistake. He can't hide the fact there's only 1 pylon here. This is going to confuse Marwin. Where is Marwin going to scout? He's going to have to look everywhere for a proxy, but is he going to look in his own natural? I don't think he is, but there we go. A second SCV being sent out now. Well, this is likely just to transfer over to expand, but... oh, this is dangerous. I mean, the probe not building anything just yet. Marwin's vision just... oh, look at that. Marwin's vision just out of range. What is this building? It's a robo. So it is going to be Reaver Tech. Not going to be proxy gateways. So that's a little bit of a relief for Marwin. But is it going to be a relief for Grast? Is Grast really going to be able to do the damage he needs to be able to? You can see that Marwin, sending SCVs all over the place now, really wants to find that proxy pylon. Now, one thing to note is there's a lot of... morphing lurker eggs. I sound like the guy from LOLO. A lot of morphing lurker eggs all over the map. They never pop into lurkers, of course, but they do have 10 armor, I believe, and you'll see them once again. But it looks like the robo actually got scouted by Marwin, so great, good usage of his SCV scouting around. Did need to make sure that he saw that. And now we're going to have a little bit of a disadvantage for Grast, who is going to find himself behind in his build. He's going to be forced to build a Nexus, and interestingly he's building it at the mineral only rather than the actually further away gas space, but I guess it's going to work out for him. Hopefully it's going to be double factory coming in for Marwin. Now Marwin, interestingly, looks like he's going to play this out like it's a normal map, and that's something I never thought we'd see on this map. He's going to go into an armory and academy at the same time, very indicative of the flash style in TVP. Obviously, Vulture's not the most useful units early on, as they can't get through the eggs very quickly. And we've still got an SCV scouting around, and this is just so much intel that Marwin's going to be getting now. It looks like Grast did in fact see the SCV go down there, so he is going to block his ramp again. But at this point, it doesn't really matter. The SCV has already scouted everything it could possibly need to see. He's going to know that eventually there's going to be a Nexus coming up somewhere. He saw that there was no Nexus there, so it almost had to be in that location. He's got more, looks like Grast has got more workers scouting around, possibly going to go for a quick third base as well. Try to make up for the fact he took that early damage, but it looks like we could have... oh, I thought there was going to be a star pull, but it's going to be a depot, just really keeping a check on what's going on, even using this barracks to check up on these eggs. Does need to make sure that they don't get taken down, otherwise he could get caught off by surprise. Now, just while we go into a bit of a lull in this game, while we wait for the robotic support bay to come up, a little bit of a mistake by Grast, going to cost him a lot again. A lot of time. Going to delay this Reaver Tech a lot, and of course we're going to have the Goliaths in already for Marwin. But one thing I was going to mention was, obviously I gave a shout out to the BSL, but obviously a huge shout out to the CPL that pSi is running. We've got a lot of different people casting it, a lot of newer people casting as well. Like, I know, like, I class myself as a newer caster realistically. I started in 2015, didn't really do it too much. Came back in 2016, started casting with Sail, and that's really kind of what jump-started me into having a lot of confidence in being able to cast the STPL like this. But CPL, a lot of rookie casters, a lot of more well-known casters as well. Doc Holiday TV and Sham 2 have casted games for it. Do check out those casts. There's like once a night, I think. The only trouble is there are very bad times for Europeans, but that's mostly because all of the casters, I believe, are actually American. But I play in that tournament. A huge amount of organization has gone into it. It's just about to start up, so if you want to support sort of newer Brood War, then please do tune in to those casts. Support the casters. in any way you can, and of course support have at you STPL, BSL as well, because without your guys' support, none of our tournaments would exist. So that's the main crux of the argument. It's so important that we have your guys' support, because without it, I mean, I would happily do the SCPL with no one watching, because I just enjoy casting, but realistically, without you guys casting, it's not nearly as exciting for the players, or without you guys watching even. And at the end of the day, the players want to win some money, they want to put on a show, and now the CPL doesn't have a prize pool, just because on a rookie tournament, it's not the best idea, but this is going to be the problem. The Reaver, oh my god, the Reaver gets out of the shuttle, but the shuttle's going to go down. This is one dead Reaver, and he gets 2 Scarabs down, but only kills a single Goliath. Marwin's going to be able to defend against this very, very easily. But the main thing that I did point out before, but didn't say anything about, is there is a fleet beacon coming in behind this. It's going to be 3 base carrier for our Protoss player. He's going to have a lot of minerals that will be slowly starting to bank up. Marwin, of course, on his 3rd base as well, but that's going to be 2 gas. And 2 gas against carrier, not the best. And he's going into a lot of vultures right now as he's worried about a ground army. But the main problem for him is certainly going to be these carriers when they kick in. He's got his upgrades going. That's going to be a little bit of a benefit for him. You really do need three upgrades as soon as possible. Great scan on that observer. Look at that. And this is going to be where the problem comes in for Grast. He's going for quick carriers, but he doesn't have that many gateways. He's got a single gateway, and through all of his gateway production, this is all he has. He has 5 units to defend against this many tanks. And how on earth is he going to do it? A 6th unit does come into the fray, but Marwin is going to have an incredibly strong timing here when 1-1 finishes, or even before 1-1 even. And Marwin has smelt weakness. Can he break in? I don't think he's seen the carriers. But even when these carriers come out, it's going to be a long time before he gets the interceptors. And that's going to give Marwin ample time to build Goliaths in response. Now, I noticed someone pointed out Tracy's armory. This is actually my favourite doodad, I think, on any map. So, good usage of that everywhere on this map. Like, obviously, Tracy has a big superstore in Plasma. I'm sure if Tastosis were casting this map, they'd call it Panda Bear Guy Heaven or something, I don't know. Or like Marine Mall or something like that. But here we go. Looks like Marwin's going to push in, and this could very well end the game. Marwin, of course, a very strong Terran player. Grast is going to try and hold on, but his units going to be split off from his single gateway. Actually losing a Dragoon there. As a Dragoon he cannot afford to lose, and he's given up his main ramp. And Marwin has got so many units here that he's pushing in to the only couple of gateways that he has. I mean, there's 2 carriers here, one of them being targeted by the Goliaths already. Look how few interceptors there are. I don't even think the interceptor upgrade is going to have been done yet. And I mean, he may be able to kill the first couple of Goliaths, but look how long it takes them to kill them. +1 is done. Charon boosters is done as well. And I mean, carriers are only going to keep you alive for so long. We're going to have a lot of reinforcements coming in here. There's going to be a lot of Goliaths coming in back here. He should be building Goliaths off of all of his factories. I mean, it's going to take an absolute age for these carriers to kill these tanks. And in the meantime, this tank at the front with 3 kills, 5 kills. GG! Marwin takes down Grast and takes the series 1-1. You know, the crazy thing is, guys, this is looking similarly to the Foreign Brood War series where we went into the ace match. So could we see it again here? I'm not too sure, but we'll find out as we head into our 3rd game just after this.